guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Phil. So have you ever wanted an easy quick dinner or lunch dish? This is it. This spaghetti and minced beef dish is so yummy, so quick to make. You just mix the minced beef and the spaghetti, top it with cheese, bake it, and it's so good. You are going to love this. It's so simple to make. I've listed the ingredients for this recipe in the description box down below, so don't forget to check on that. So you can just have this spaghetti dish straight out of the oven. It's so cheesy, so gooey, so yummy. Pair it with some wine, red wine or white wine on the side. I tell you, you are going to love it. So without saying more, let's get started. So quickly, let's go through the ingredients that we'll be using for this recipe. So here I have 3 medium-sized tomatoes. I'm just cutting them into bigger chunks because we are going to blend them. I always like blending the tomatoes when I'm cooking because it always gives me that nice sauce. So once you're done cutting them, you're just going to put them in the blender. Then you'll just blend this until you have a nice smooth paste. Here our tomatoes are ready. You just pour in a bowl and then set it aside as we go to our next step. Next, you will prepare the onions. So for this recipe, we will need 1 medium-sized onion. We'll just go ahead and cube that nicely. Remember, you can use white onions if you have. So once you're done chopping that, you set that aside and we go to our next step. So remember guys, I've listed the ingredients for this recipe in the description box down below, so don't forget to check on that. So once you're done cutting the onions, you'll go ahead and grate 2 garlic cloves. Once you're done, place that aside. Next, here I have some cheese. So for this recipe, we're gonna use cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese. So here I have a block of cheddar cheese. Just going to grate that. We will need about a cup of this. So once you're done grating that, you'll set that aside. Next, here I have some fresh mozzarella cheese. So just take your knife and you will slice that into nice small pieces. Once you're done, set that aside as we go to our next step. So now that all our ingredients are ready, let's get to cooking. So you'll put your pan over medium heat. You will add about 3 tablespoons of oil. You will heat that and then you will add the chopped onions and then you'll go ahead and saute that for about 30 seconds. Next, you'll add the grated garlic and then you're going to continue sauteing this for about a minute or until the onions are nicely translucent. Once that is ready, you will add the minced beef. You can use any meat you want. So just going to use your cooking stick or the spatula to crush the meat. So this is just to avoid any big lumps that may form when you're cooking the minced beef because we don't want that in our sauce. So you'll cook the meat until it's no longer pink and all the water that is from the meat is gone. Next, you will add the blended tomatoes and the tomato paste. You'll go ahead and quickly mix everything, and once that is done, you're just going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. So this is just to allow the tomatoes to cook. Next, let's add our seasoning. So here I have some dry thyme, dry oregano, dry rosemary leaves, some salt and some chili flakes. The chili flakes is actually optional, but if you want it spicy, you can add the chili flakes. So you'll add the seasonings to your meat and then you're just going to mix that for about a minute. Once that is done, you're going to add a little bit of sugar. So I'm adding about a teaspoon of sugar. This is just to reduce the acidity that's in the tomatoes that we used. So I've also added a little bit of water, about a half a cup of water. So I'm just going to let this cook for about 5 minutes and that's just it. Our sauce is ready to use, and now let's cook our pasta. So you'll boil some water. To that you will add some oil and some salt. You're going to add your pasta. So for this recipe I'm using spaghetti. You can use any pasta you like. So you'll cook the spaghetti for about 3 minutes or until al dente. Make sure not to overcook your pasta. We don't want mushy pasta. So once the spaghetti is done, you're going to transfer it to our baking dish. So here I have a glass baking dish which is actually oven proof. So just transfer all your spaghetti, put it in your baking dish. Next, you will add the minced beef sauce. So just pour everything on top of the spaghetti. So just take your spoon and mix everything together. This looks so yummy at this point, so don't be tempted to eat anything yet because we are not done. So just going to take your cheese. You'll start with the cheddar cheese. You'll just top that with the cheddar cheese. Next you will add the mozzarella slices. Now this looks ready to bake, so just going to bake this at 180 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes or until all the cheese has melted. And as you can see here, our dish of the day is ready and it looks so yummy, guys. So just let that cool for about 5 minutes. Garnish with some fresh parsley leaves. Serve it immediately and I hope you enjoy. And that's what we're making today, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you're going to make yourself this yummy spaghetti and minced beef dish. I hope you're going to enjoy. As usual, if you try it, don't forget to tell me how yours came out in the comment section down below. Also, remember you can find more of my amazing recipes on Instagram or on TikTok at @Phils_kitchen. So till my next video, bye.